Hello everyone, this is Ashley here at the Speedway Public Library, and today we are going to be decoupaging a candle. So the supplies you're going to need are a foam paintbrush, some Mod Podge, a pillar candle, which I am using a flameless candle, just since we're using paper around fire, and it'll last longer, and then some decorative napkins of your choice, whatever designs you like. So the first thing we're going to need to do is water down our Mod Podge. So Mod Podge is really great when it comes to decoupaging, but because we are using napkins and the candle and all that, we are just going to water it down just a tad bit. Just a little, just to thin it out. And mix it together until it is even. All right, now that we have that, I'm going to put it aside, and we are going to grab our napkins. So you're going to choose which one you want. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one and create a border along the bottom. And using a pair of scissors, we are going to cut that design out. Now, luckily, it looks like it is about even, symmetrical, so we can actually cut through both. You don't have to cut perfectly. Having a little bit of white along the edges is perfectly fine. So we're going to cut all the way around that design. And then we are left with, if we open it up, just a long, thin strip. Now, if we measure it along where we're wanting it, like I said, I'm just going to place this one on the base. Might end up being just a little bit bigger than you need, depending on the size of your pillar candle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this down just a hair. I think I'm actually going to take some of it from the middle. The middle here, and a little bit from the outside. And now I actually have two pieces, but it should end up fitting a little bit better on there. Might have just a little bit more overlap. So now to put it on our candle, we're first going to take a little bit of Mod Podge, and we are going to paint a little bit of where we are putting that napkin. Go ahead and set this on there, and this will also just help it stick as you are placing a top layer. So there we have that. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more. And place that second layer. I'm going to go ahead and overlap it just a hair here. Just like that. And have it go around. And then, as you can see again, I do have a little bit of extra. I'm going to go ahead and just trim that off. There we go. And the last step is to do a final layer over the top. Go very careful around the edges so that you don't move it. Now luckily, Mod Podge does dry clear, so if you have some that's coming up around, that is perfectly fine, because like I said, it will dry clear. And you want to just make sure you completely coat the napkin. Just completely go around. Oops. Like I said, careful with the edges. There's other ways you can do this. but it involves actually melting the candle, and it's a little bit more difficult. You have to be a lot more careful. And so just doing a Mod Podge layer on it instead is not only safer, but it's also easier, especially if you're using a flameless candle. And then just like that, you have a cute candle with a fun little decoration over the top. I would recommend doing a couple more layers of the Mod Podge as it dries, but that is completely up to you. All right, thanks for joining me, and see us next time, or next Monday. Thanks for joining me and seeing, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next Monday with another craft video.